What's going on, guys? Ironcane here, back with another Dragon Ball The Breakers video. It's been some time, but I feel like it wouldn't be right to not upload like anything Breakers related, and especially since I think this season, upcoming Season 8, is probably by far the most important season Dragon Ball The Breakers may ever launch. And I'll go into why. Alright guys, so as I literally record this long ass video kind of venting about Breakers and why Season 8 is so important, they literally just tweeted out some information regarding Season 8 and what some of the balance adjustments are. I'm going to keep a majority of my yap later going on, but this is like the new news that just dropped prior to me even knowing before I recorded the video. So they say here, first round of balance adjustments in 2025 planned for Season 8. To coincide with the update of Season 8 on the 26th, we plan to implement the first wave of balance adjustments for 2025. As part of these adjustments, we will be adding a reworked Raider 1, which will see expansions to certain elements of a Raider that was added when the game first launched. In addition to this, we will be making adjustments to transfer skills. Please see below for more information on our adjustment plan. This Raider that is being added to the game will be considered a separate item from the Raider that was available upon release and any Raiders currently on sale. So the reason why this is kind of scary is that this is giving vibes that you will have to buy them in the shop. If they're making it so you have to buy rework Raiders, that is kind of scummy. I feel like and I imagine a lot of you were under the impression that you could just simply get these Raiders for free, since they're literally free Raiders just being reworked. If they're literally making a base Raider like Cell, Frieza, or Boo, who again are available at launch for free, giving them a little cool twist and then selling them back to us, that is very fucking scummy. And that sentence there kind of scares me, especially since let's just read that again. This Raider that is being added to the game will be considered a separate item from the Raider that was available upon release and any Raiders currently on sale. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean that. But it just means that it's separate from all the Raiders currently available in the game, I guess is what they're trying to hammer home there. And here we get a brief example of some of the balance adjustments. Regarding survivor skills, we will be adjusting certain skills that have had significant effects on the rate of victory based on their usage. Adjustments will be made for individual skills that are too powerful on their own, like resistance and memories of battle. Okay, that's very interesting. Resistance and memory battle are some of the most meta skills in the entire game. I would say, especially memories of battle, I think is very cheese. Resistance, I think at this point is a borderline necessity, just based on the fact that they've removed the ability to dodge. So survivors have kind of had to adjust their playstyle, where you used to be very aggressive and you can like dodge and stall in the Raider's face. Now you have to play very passive and like fly in the back and rely on speed, and resistance was a big part of that, using Trained by an Angel to get a big burst of speed when you initially transform, and then you could tank as well. But skills that when combined under skills can greatly influence like one rate, like with Galactic Patrol Ship and Instant Transmission, as well as Shapeshift Missile and Instant Rise. Throwing Shapeshift Missile in here, I think, is a little crazy. I don't think Shapeshift Missile is a, meta skill, in my opinion. I think it's a good skill, don't get me wrong. But I think the reason why it's used so much is because it's one of the better, or arguably the best free skill available in Dragon Ball The Breakers. Instant Transmission and Galactic Patrol Ship, absolutely. Instant Rise, absolutely. Those are very meta skills. I don't know how you would nerf Instant Rise, besides, I don't know, maybe decreasing the heights or increasing the cooldown. Galactic Patrol Ship, you can absolutely increase the cooldown. I think 90 seconds is pretty lenient for how powerful that ability is. Instant Transmission, I don't know how, they want to nerf Instant Transmission? Or maybe they're just trying to adjust skills based on the combinations. I don't know. Some skills that have a low usage rate will also be receiving buffs. So it seems like they're pretty much notating to us that they're going to be nerfing resistance, memories of battle, Galactic Patrol Ship, Instant Transmission, Shapeshift Missile, Instant Rise, which is, I think is going to be pretty controversial. Instant Transmission and Shapeshift Missile, arguably, I don't think need to be nerfed, in my opinion. But, you know, I'll curious to see what you guys say in the comments below. We plan to release details regarding the adjustments being made to each skill in the coming days prior to the release of Season 8. Moreover, we will also be sharing information regarding adjustments to certain raiders, changes to the game system, and bug fixes. We can only ask for your patience. Okay, so a lot of my yap, either before or after this is kind of making me think and have hope that they are trying to really go ham on just completely doing an overhaul on the game, even though we aren't getting new content, which is, you know, all I would ask for in that scenario. So fingers crossed that the things that they changed are actually significant and better the game. But just want to throw this in here because this literally just came out like after I finished my recording, so lucky me. But yeah, just want to throw this in. But if you guys could not tell, looking in the top left, Season 7 is ending in 6 days. It is currently February 19th. As I'm recording this, it should be going up on the 19th as well. On the next Wednesday, so next week to the day, on February 26th, Season 8 of Dragon Ball The Breakers will officially start. And we'll probably get news later this week, either the weekend or Friday, regarding a live stream. And it probably will air Monday, I imagine. They normally do it like 2 days before or something like that. So stay tuned for that. And obviously, I'll cover it and go live for that and all that good stuff. But the reason why Season 8 is such a big deal, and the reason why they need to really cook and prove themselves with Season 8 is because they're not adding a new raider, they're not adding a new map, they're not adding new transfers, they're not adding new super attacks, they're not adding new survivor skins, and they're only adding one new skill, to my knowledge. And I can't even talk about skins. I have no idea. Quite frankly, I don't really care that much. But in terms of new content, what I would consider new content, they're done. They're done adding new content. If you don't believe me, I will show you right from the horse's mouth. So if you guys don't remember this roadmap, it came out about a month ago. And it was pretty heartbreaking to read just because, you know, some people might have thought I was clickbaiting or being exaggeratory. Dragon Ball The Breakers, as we knew it, is dead. Like, they are not adding new content to the game anymore. They are not doing that. If you don't believe me, this is what they say officially. Starting with Season 8 in February 2025, we will shift from adding new content every 4 months, as we have done since launch. This change aims to enhance the competitive environment by addressing fixed skills and special moves, making the game more enjoyable for all players. So it was this wording here that really raised an eyebrow by me, and I imagine a lot of you. I don't really think anybody thinks competitive or competitive environments when they think Dragon Ball The Breakers. Are there balancing issues? Of course. Obviously, I've talked about blocking pre-mains and all that stuff just because genuinely I believe when you're going up against a group of 7 players that are really good at the game, depending on what raider you're playing, it can just boil down to RNG. So if you guys don't know that, and like, there's a whole argument about that, even if that's true, whatever, I'm not going to get in the weeds of that. Regardless, this game is massively unbalanced. There's so much stuff you can cheese, so much stuff you can use on both sides, right? But I don't think anybody's really trying to play this game competitively. It's why rank is also a very controversial subject. I like rank because as a player, it gives me something to grind, but also it forces players or incentivizes players to play scummier on the server side and the raider side. So I guess what the devs are trying to do, since they're not adding any new content, they're trying to make the game as competitively friendly or, hopefully fun as possible, I hope. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that this isn't something completely new that they've done. They have gone back and adjusted passive skills, active skills, super attacks, transfers in general, raiders in general, maps as well, like certain aspects of maps. I guess if there were bugs anyway. So this isn't completely new, right? So they have done mid-balance like adjustments in seasons before. For example, in Season 6, we have one of the biggest balance changes the game has ever seen, where they adjust the supplies that Trunks drops during the Super Time Machine phase or the defense phase. So previously, Trunks would drop supplies for the survivors, whether the raider was level 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, Trunks will only drop supplies if the raider is level 3 and above. So as the raider, you can play around this and kind of cheese the survivors out of supplies, making it much easier for you to destroy the Super Time Machine, given the fact that survivors don't have the resources and coordination in most cases to stall or defeat the raider, right? So again, this isn't something that's completely new. They are just honing their entire focus on this, as opposed to, I guess, like doing it at the beginning or in the middle of the seasons like they have typically done in the past, right? And in the past, they've adjusted cooldowns for active skills, the effectiveness of active skills, and whatnot. So again, this isn't something that's completely new. So the reason why I say Season 8 is so important is because if they don't make these changes significant, and they don't pull people in with the significant changes, we gotta hope and we gotta pray that these rework raiders are gifts from God, because that is truly all we're getting besides one new transfer skill. I would like to clarify that we are getting three new transfer skills for the entire year. Now, if you're a free-to-play player, if you're someone that doesn't like summoning, if you're someone that hates gacha in this game from day one, this is probably good news to you. The reason why this is bad news, in my opinion, is because this will make the meta stay the same if they do not do significant balance adjustments. If they do not do significant balance adjustments, the meta is going to stay the exact same way as it did in Season 6. In my opinion, the meta this season has not changed remotely at all since Season 6, at least not dramatically at all since Season 6. Because since we lost the ability to dodge, every survivor pretty much just plays keep away with raiders, and they don't get in the raider's face, and they kind of just play from afar, which is typically very frustrating for the raider, and for survivors is kind of boring as well. So I'm curious how they're going to change that up. I don't know, a lot of people complain about that. As you can see in this roadmap, we're getting a reworked raider for Season 8. And we are getting 2 balance adjustments, I imagine, because I'm not really entirely sure, like, if January through March, if that is supposed to be like, I'm just not sure if that's I'm not sure what, like, where this is supposed to count for seasons. Because if April and June is Season 9 and all we're getting is a balance adjustment and 2 new skills, that's bad. That's really bad. And I can't stress that enough. The fact that they're not really, like, I don't know. Well, let's just read this. Events, including rank matches, will now occur every 1 to 2 months instead of every season. So now there will be multiple rank seasons per season. Now I know most people don't like ranked. I don't even know where I was going with that. Yeah, most people don't like ranked, so this is a very interesting change. I guess since they're trying to incorporate ranked into the game more, that is like their thought process as to why they're hankering down on making the game more balanced, I guess. So all we're going to be getting in the seasons now is multiple ranked seasons. I'd imagine a reworked raider. I just don't know how they're siphoning out these skills, man. It's just because they're not like doing Season 9 we're getting this, Season 10 we're getting this, right? So it's tough to say if, like, so 4 months, right? Let me look it up. When would Season 9 be, hypothetically speaking? So I'm gonna pull up a calendar website. So we can all do this together. So it is currently the 19th. Next week is going to be Season 8. So 4 months from there. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be June. So sometime in June, potentially July, if there's a fucking delay, which there typically always is. June, July is looking to be when we will be getting Season 9. And if that's the case, then we might be getting 2 balance adjustments in Season 8. And then we'll get 2 balance adjustments in Season 9. But what confuses me here is that we'll be getting a new Raider and 2 rework Raiders in Season 9, which is, again, very confusing to me. But maybe, you know, tinfoil hat theory, the reason why Season 6 and Season 7 were so lackluster is because they were focusing their efforts into these rework Raiders. I'm hoping that these reworked Raiders are something substantial and aren't just, oh, Frieza now goes golden as his level 4 as opposed to going final form. Oh, Fat Boo goes into Boo Tanks instead of Super Boo, or he goes into Gohan instead of Super Boo, right? I'm hoping it's a little bit more elaborate than that. Like, I don't know, Cell has a revival mechanic and has like Cell Juniors. We truly don't know. And that's why Season 8 is so important. I can't stress that enough. Because if the reworked Raiders are not significant, if the balance adjustments are not significant, then the season will not be significant. Like, I am a Breakers ride or die. Before some, I don't know, hardcore Breakers said, all 4 of you, comments, I know I haven't been playing the game, yada, yada, yada. What is there for me to do for the game? I mean, that's a rant, and that's a, you know, yap session for another video. But there's no content for the game, man. Like, there's content in these other games. I'm doing that. I love Breakers to death. I wouldn't be doing this video if it wasn't the case. But I'm just trying to be realistic for growing this channel and just growing as a creator in general, right? So, assuming they're doing 2 balance adjustments per season, again, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they were doing that anyway. But they specified that this first balance adjustment is mainly for transfers. Now, if they adjust nearly every single transfer in the game, this could be crazy. And that could be something worth, you know, dedicating that time to. Like, I totally can get that. That makes sense to me. But if it's just like tweaks here and there, like, I don't know, a Ki Blast is slightly faster on like 2 transfers and boom, that's it. Wait till April. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, that is what I want to talk to you guys about. That the seasons are focusing on balance adjustments and these rework Raiders because we are not getting anything new anymore. We're only getting 1 new Raider. We have no idea who it could be at this point. I'm hoping it's Diamond related. Who the hell knows? The androids and Bobbity have been in the files for ages. Who knows if they'll ever drop them? They've canceled the episodes. I have no idea. But let me go ahead and read the balance adjustments. Skills and special moves will be adjusted, either strengthened or weakened based on their usage. Okay, that's very interesting. I don't know if I brushed over that when I originally read this. This could mean that certain skills like Final Explosion, Special Beam Cannon, could be nerfed potentially, right? And then moves that aren't used at all, like, I don't know, Charge, for example, could be buffed, or like Milky Cannon or something, or any of like those really long supers like Golden Frieza's Finger Blast, or like the Gogeta Blue like Flurry move that sucks, Hot Wee Wee. Those moves could be adjusted, right? Since they suck, since they're adjusting things based on their usage. Reworked Raider characters chosen from existing ones will be added as a variation of those introduced early in the release. So what they mean by this, since they're specifying early in the release, this is probably going to mean Cell, this is going to mean Frieza, and this is going to mean Boo, which strengthens the evidence that we have that Golden Frieza is probably going to be the first reworked Raider. So in terms of other, you know, information or developments, we really don't know. All we know is that there's going to be at least 2 rank seasons per season. We are going to potentially get 2 major balance adjustments per season. I would hope we would get at least 1 new, or 1 quote-unquote new, 1 reworked Raider per season. And I guess we'll get at least 1 new skill. But I don't know. I don't know, because the way they have this roadmap laid out, they're blowing their load on the skills. What I would presume would be Season 9, and then for Season 10, they're just dropping the final new Raider and the final 2 reworked Raiders. So with that in mind, that is very scary that they're blowing their load in like the final quarters of the year. It kind of screams to me that they basically have zero budget, and they're just trying to do what they can to, like, I don't know, maintain some level of interest in the game. I mean, Breakers has its core base, albeit small. It has a very small core dedicated base, but a lot of it is leaving. A lot of the core Breakers streamers that I imagine a lot of you guys are familiar with have quit the game. They're streaming other games, and I don't blame them. Me, I don't regularly cover this game anymore because there's nothing to cover. I mean, typically these ports of the season do suck anyway, but like it's even worse when there's like less stuff going on, right? So like the Breaker scene, albeit, you know, not that big in the first place, is kind of self-destructed just based on how abysmal the second anniversary was. Essentially just being a normal season with extra rewards, right? So keep that in mind. Season 8 is going to be less free shit with less content than we're typically used to as well. So that's why I'm emphasizing the fact that Season 8 needs to fucking kick ass. Because if it doesn't, Season 9 isn't going to do anything different. It's not going to do anything crazy. Unless that's the season with the new Raider and 2 rework Raiders, I guess. Unless that's for Season 10, I don't know. But again, they're not really giving me a good indication here of when, like, the next season is and when the following season after 9 begins, right? We don't know. I mean, based on this timeline, I can predict that Season 9, I imagine, starts around June or July, and then Season 10 will start around, you know, November, like Season 7 did last year. So if that's the case, if they're actually doing fucking nothing for the 3rd anniversary but balance adjustments, that is scary. So I don't know, guys, but Season 8 needs to be insane. It needs to almost fundamentally change Breakers from a gameplay perspective. Because if that's what they're focusing on, and that's what they're allocating all their resources to, because they're just focusing on ranked and balance adjustments and reworking Raiders, and not giving us any new super attacks, transfers, survivor skins, maps, any of that stuff, they have to fucking come swinging for these balance adjustments. And if they don't, it's gonna be a really slow death for this game, man. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. You know, I want to be optimistic. I would like to think, you know, there was a reason for Season 6 and 7 being so disappointing. And I'm hoping this is why. I'm hoping that it will be worth it. But, you know, my expectations have, you know, pun intended, have been broken with the 2nd anniversary and how lackluster it was. So I am expecting the unexpected at this point, but I have some hope because I fucking love this shitty game. I mean, the biggest thing with Breakers, right, and the biggest thing with these types of games in general, I guess shitty games, right? I take no pride in calling it a shitty game, but like, it's our shitty game. I fucking love this game. But a bad game, quote unquote, right, should get good over time and should get better over time as it's out more and more. Unfortunately, Breakers seemingly has gone backwards. It has gotten worse over time. Balance-wise, I guess that's arguable. I don't know. Fun-wise, balance-wise, I guess it's subjective. But the objective, you know, way this game has become worse is queuing. Queuing across the board is absolutely fucked. And it's still very scary that they have zero mention of it at all. So I don't know. Hopefully they're aware of it. Hopefully that's involved with the balance adjustments. But if it was, I feel like it would have fucking been mentioned here. But yeah, man. That's pretty much the video, guys. I just kind of want to give you guys an update on Breakers. I imagine we'll be getting news for Season 9. Season 8 very soon. I mean, I'm definitely going to be covering the season like I always have. I still got to get Z5 for Raider and Survivor, so those will be like the last videos for this season before Season 8. With that being said, y'all, that is going to be the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Actually, before I forget, if anybody's still here, listen to me yap. There is a posting in the mailbox. So for anybody still thinking, oh, they could still delay the season, no, they are outright confirming here that the tickets for Season 7 and the 2nd anniversary are expiring next week. So make sure to just blow these, even if you just have enough for singles. Just use them because they're going to be fucking worthless anyway. So just use them, use them, use them. That being said, y'all, leave a like if you enjoyed. Actually, let me maybe show you guys what be the best banner to blow them on while we're here, right? Anybody still listening to me yap? I mean, you can't summon this banner unless you have TP. I mean, realistically, the only banner you can really... I mean, yeah, you would blow your anniversary tickets on this banner, and you'd blow your Season 7 tickets here. For the one time, I'll blow my tickets here, because I don't think I can use them anywhere else anyway, right? I can use them here. Alright, well, I'll do that off camera or something, but I don't think I'm going to get anything crazy anyway. That being said, y'all, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe to our Ironcane channel for more videos like these, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take care, stay safe, have fun. Peace out, dude. Peace out.